Hello, I'm Nilofer, a watercolor artist and a co-artist and co-founder at New Pencil. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to paint and explore 5 easy flowers with just one round brush. So the materials that we'll use for this class is 1 8 number, 8, 6 or 12 round brush, a watercolor paper, canson paper or any 25% cotton paper, and some paints. In today's tutorial, we will be looking at easy flowers with just using a round brush. Okay, we will be combining different types of flowers, which is very easy and quick to paint. So let's get started. The first flower that I'm going to be using for this class, again, you can use any color. There is no specific color that you need to use for any of the flowers. Okay, I'm going to start with a red and a very easy flower. The first flower that we're going to be doing, you just take your brush and move the brush 1 and 2. Simple. You don't have to make sure that it is a perfect round or anything like that. You just move. Again, I'm going to do 1, 2. Okay, now for this you're going to be doing 5 petals. Okay, for this one, so you can also do is a marking 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The marking can be like 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock on a clock, wall clock. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2. Simple. 1, 2. Remember, at all times you'll keep this middle space as it is. Do not fill in the middle space. Try to maintain the middle space as it is. Now you'll clean the brush and you'll take a nice dark color. So you can take like a dark blue or a red or a black, and you can fill in the center. If it is too wet, you can wait for it to dry and then add the color. Or if you like the little bit of flowing colors into your petals, you can add. Remember, always add a contrasting color. If you are using a darker shade like red, use a dark contrast shade of like maybe a blue, which complements or gives a contrast to your center. And finally, end with just a basic stem. The next one we're going to be using, I'll be using a little lighter shade, like a bluer shade for this. Okay, you can use any color that you like, not necessary that you have to use the same color that I use. For this, again, it's going to be a 5 petal flower, but this it's going to be a different type of shade. Okay, so for this, what you can do is again make 5 strokes. You can keep 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you just have to drag the brush like this. 1, 2. You keep your hand at 45 degrees like this, slanted, and you bring the back fan towards you like this. Simple and easy. Again, because it's a bluer shaped flower, I'm going to again use a dark tone to fill in as a center. Every time you rinse your brush, make sure you clean the brush and also tap the excess water that is there in your brush. Okay, and if it flows out into the petal, you can always remove the color, excess color like this here, and bring it inside where the center is. Now continuing the same stroke. Now what we've done here is the same stroke we are going to continue. This is the stroke that we did. Okay, remember, hold the brush like this, bring it down, and you can bring it up. Again, hold and come up. Simple strokes, you don't have to complicate them. Now we're going to be using the same stroke to make another flower. This time we're going to make it a little intensive, like maybe a layering, you can say. Same stroke, remember. So I'm going to be using a dark yellow. You can use like a cambox hue or an Indian yellow for this color, right? So one, again, I'm going to make 1, 2, 1, 2. You can also go reverse in the same stroke. Remember, I'm not adding any strokes here like how we did for the first few, but I'm going to keep doing this here. Now you can also overlap them as you go. If you want to intensify the color, you can add a little orange into it. You can intensify this color a little bit. Remember, same thing, nothing else. I'm not changing the stroke. The stroke is same. At all times, remember to keep this center point as it is, because if you remove this white space from the center when you are building the stroke, then you will not be able to get a proper structure of the flower. Basically, the harmony of the flower will not be seen properly. So for this, you can use a little bit of black and brown shade for this. Okay. For the next one, we're going to be doing, again, we're going to be using the similar stroke, but expanding it into a better version of it now. I'm using a brown shade, like a burnt sienna for this. We will be creating a little dome shape at the front for the center. First, we're going to be starting with the center for this. So it's going to look like something like this, like a dome. Okay. First, let's make a dome. Remember, when you're doing this dome shape, you're going to be making it with the dots. So it's going to be like a dotted dome, because we want to leave the white space. The white space would give you a nice edge and will create highlights between the colored section. You can also then add in a little bit of dark tone into it in the bottom area. The dark tone is again going to be your Payne's gray or a black tone. So see how lovely the beautiful highlights you can get with white, brown and the black. I'm going to continue using the same color, that is this Gamboge hue color. Now for this one, I'm not going to be using this similar stroke, but I'm going to be adding a stroke like this. Now if the color flows down, that's fine, it looks lovely. You do not have to pick up the brush, you can just let it go and let the shade in also come in, because the shade of the black tone will make it look really beautiful and add that nice touch to it. That's it. So you added like a 4 or a 5 petals. And then again, same thing, you end with a lovely stroke of a stem and a leaf. For the final one, we're going to be doing my absolute favorite, a thistle. Now we're going to be using a sap green for the base. We're going to start with the base again for this one too. For this, again, the base is going to be looking like a pot at the bottom. Okay. It looks really like a pot, so make sure that you make a nice basic pot line. You can also make an outline like this and then just color it. Try not to use a pencil, because we are doing a pencil free painting, so try not to use a pencil. Here again, you can add in some lovely brown shade, like a burnt sienna shade like this, at the inside of the tummy of your greens. Okay, Now from the top part, we are going to use a mix of crimson and a blue. So you would get like a lovely purple. Mix. You can have like a more of purple, crimson and blue, and more of the blue actually. You can add some crimson. And the lines, the shades would be just the lines like this. And you can just curve the lines a little bit. Now you can switch to add a little bit of blue lines to give that nice edge of dual color. These are the 5 different types of flowers that you can paint using just a simple round brush and create these little 5 simple and easy flowers. You can use this thin brush to also add the finer details into your petals that would add a little spark to your flower and add a little life to it. Okay, these are the lovely little flowers that you can paint. As always, remember to try these flowers, and you can always share them with me on Instagram or maybe on Pinterest or anywhere you like, or you can also email us at mewithapencil@gmail.com, and we would love to see your work. If you had a good time painting, do like, subscribe and share this video with your friends. There are multiple amazing videos on our channel, simple and easy, on calligraphy, on watercolors. Do explore them and do share them with your friends and family. I will see you next class. Take care and bye-bye.